Councillor Belanger?
Thank you, Mayor Bifulci. I have some comments related to 7.1 item 5.5.3 application for site plan amendment for SP03/19 DOS Development Corporation, which is a casino. I remain very concerned that a major reduction in the size of the casino came before council on a site plan amendment versus a detailed presentation from Gateway. I am further concerned that I was the only member of council to pull this agenda item for discussion. The mayor and the CAO both indicated at coordinated committee that the 3,000 square foot reduction to the gaming floor was minimal and that a mezzanine was added to facilitate administrative functions. However, the overall reduction to the building size is approximately 13,000 square feet. This would indicate that the mezzanine would need to be 10,000 square feet to maintain the original size. 10,000 square feet, so you can visualize it, is approximately 45 feet by 300 feet, which is certainly not the case. During discussion at May 13th Coordinated Committee, it was also identified there will now only be one restaurant instead of the two that were originally presented, and we just heard in coordinated committee summary that the dining wasn't affected. Clearly it was. And in the comments, the mayor indicated that she may have had prior knowledge of this fact because she did think that that restaurant had been eliminated at some time previous. What other changes have been made? We now know that the Gateway brand of casino promised is no longer the case. What about the grand entrance? What about the entertainment space? What about the number of jobs created and annual revenue to the municipality? It was indicated that some back of the house functions may be centralized to another location. That means less jobs. Our casino will still be in competition with Georgian Downs, with Rama, and even Fergus, which will now all be that much larger than our casino, with more amenities, more restaurants, and entertainment options. In my opinion, it is doubtful that Gateway would have had made these significant changes without being in communication with our mayor and CAO. We know that COVID has had a considerable impact. However, I believe the appropriate process would have been to have Gateway present the changes, the reason for the changes, and the anticipated impact to council as a whole. In my opinion, we should not be so willing to accept this major change until Gateway demonstrates to council why we should not reevaluate the timing, the location, and the viability of this revised casino, smaller casino, to ensure the best outcome to our municipality. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your opinions, Councillor. I will say I was not in any discussion with the casino operators or Gateway, OLG, anybody with regard to any changes to this building. So prior to coming to a meeting and accusing me in that fashion or implying I had prior knowledge and things like that, maybe you want to give me a call next time. I did make comments at the last meeting that I thought I had recalled that something had changed before, but there was no big conversations. It was something done around the council table in discussions. So there was nothing cryptic going on. As far as the size, I'm going to have to look to our CAO because, again, it's our chief building official who has been looking after this, not myself. So I don't have the answers to that. Mr. C. Thank you. Follow up, Councillor Belanger, and then we'll go to Deputy Mayor and Councillor Foster.
Thank you, Mayor Bifulci. First of all, I did not accuse. I said I found it doubtful that Gateway wouldn't have been in contact. If they hadn't been in contact, I think that demonstrates how inappropriate the process was. And I think the minimal change was referred to the gaming floor alone. I think if you check the overall reduction in size was about 40% of the original size, and the mezzanine does not make up that amount. So again, the building officials' comments were related to the gaming floor. So I think, again, this just goes to show how we've taken a significant change and just slid it past council without even a clear understanding of what's going on or what the impacts are. And I think certainly I voted against that, so I can't reconsider, but I really am concerned about how this is proceeding. Thank you.
Are you able to?
Sorry. Sorry. I just wanted to reach out and say that a number of times during Councillor Belanger's statement, I wanted to call a point of order. I think it was highly inappropriate to accuse staff or to accuse staff through a hint that something might not be right is highly inappropriate. And though I did not call a point of order, I certainly will be watching next time and calling it much quicker. There should be respect for staff and for fellow members of council. Gateway is a private business venture. It was a site plan amendment. To insinuate that bad things are happening because you don't like the fact that they're downsizing in a pandemic is highly inappropriate in my opinion. And I just think casting doubt on the process is terribly unprofessional. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Foster?
Thank you, Your Worship. And again, I have a similar thing. The suggestion, the innuendo that they were sliding something past council in this public forum, I think is completely inappropriate. I also, on that, this is a private company that's adjusting their business plan to try and stay viable. So the alternative is we have no casino, and or that could be it. And the premise that this is going to, is a huge downside. We are trying to attract a business here that's going to be good for the population, both residents and tourism. And yes, any business that starts, has competition. So, they made a business decision. And when I read that report, I actually called staff and was forwarded a copy of that email. I talked it out rather than trying to bring it and imply some terrible thing. I just did my research. So anyway, that's my point. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Watson?
Thank you, Your Worship. I'd just like to say it's too bad that Councillor Belanger can't comprehend, or it's not clear to him, but it's certainly clear to me, and I think to the rest of the council, about the site plan amendment, and he should not be indicating that he's speaking on my behalf, because he certainly is not.